Last time on the Indigo Disk, we defeated and captured Terapagos and returned to Blueberry Academy. This time, Professor Briar has something she wants to talk to us about. The question's gonna be, where is she? There we go, classroom 1-4. Hey, Professor Briar, what you got? Hey, Rurik, glad to see you. You feeling rested and recovered after our big adventure down in the Underdepths? No. Really? I thought you'd be all chipper by now. Youth is on your side after all. But I wonder why I called you here. Since our return, I've been writing out everything we discovered on our expedition. Honestly, I've hardly slept. I obtained Gator's permission to turn it all into a book, but don't worry, I've made sure to skip a few details and omit the names of those involved. So voila, a proof copy of the book, freshly delivered from my publisher just for you. Copy of Briar's book. A proof copy of the exploration notes covering the Area Zero Underdepths. A several long paragraphs describing what happened along with Briar's thoughts. I behaved recklessly in the Underdepths. I don't know what we would have done if it weren't for you. You truly deserve a copy of this book. I just hope it's sufficient as an apology. Not really, lady, but okay. But there was something else I need to check with you. Would you mind showing me your tarot orb, Rurik? I thought as much. It's behaving just like Kieran's and Carmine's orbs. I think it might be because your orbs were directly exposed to the energy from Terapagos. Kieran and Carmine said that ever since the Underdepths, they've been able to terastallize their Pokemon without charging their Terra Orbs. Sweet. Actually, there's one more piece of news I should share with you, laid to those deepest depths. You know the terrarium core that hangs from the ceiling of the terrarium? Well, until now I'd been keeping it topped up with a mixture of Hadean soil and water from the crystal pool in Kitakami. That's how we've been able to stabilize the Terastal Phenomemon on our academy grounds. But the other day, I tried adding crystals I clicked from the Underdepths to that mix, and it caused the properties of the core to change. The result? Pokemon shining in rainbow colors have started appearing all over the terrarium, and they have the Stellar Terra type. Thanks to this, my research into the Terastal Phenomenon is shining brighter than ever. Stellar type terrestrialization grants a boost to your moves, but only once per move type. After you use a move, no other moves of that same type will get the boost. In Terra Ray battles, all moves will be boosted without limit. Oh, okay, so in regular battles, you do get all your moves buffed once, but that's it. After that, they're just regular strength moves, but in Terra Raid, it is just every time, every move. Good to know. Oh, and there was one last thing. A man in a blue suit was looking for you over by the entrance to the academy. That's all I have to report for now. Thanks for setting aside some time to chat. I'm off to pay a visit to my publisher, so I'll leave you to it. Next time we meet, I'll ask you for a good long look at Terapagos. Till then... Woo, that's one of the things we need to do. What is in the League Club room? That would be the man in the blue suit. However, first off, we need to go talk to Amaris. Because Amaris is going to give us something real cool. Rurik! You have my thanks for all you have done to help the League Club and to help Kieran. Once you became champion, Kieran withdrew himself entirely from our ranking system. Though I consider this somewhat sad, it is not as if he and I can no longer meet. More than anything, I am glad he seems to be acting like his former self once more. Indeed, I have been swept up in joy to such an extent that I have prepared a tremendous amount of the flight-enabling supplement used in my trial. Please feed your Agius an appropriate portion of it whenever you wish to fly. Yes. What? You want to fly right now? Please, slow down. The supplement was never meant to be eaten in such large... Yeah, he doesn't do eating in small bites. Alright, and we'll be able to fly now. We can now fly wherever we want. It would seem your Agius has powered up somehow. From the looks of it, I would guess it has gained the power to fly whenever you wish it to. Well, I suppose this is an acceptable outcome. As it happens, it was a super hard course for my flying time trial. You may attempt it upon clearing the hard course. Feel free to do so when you're ready. Raiden can now freely fly through the air if you press the left stick while gliding. Raiden will keep moving forward automatically whilst flying. If you press the left stick again, it will go back to gliding. I love that texture flicker there. Time for me to go. So long then. Keep it up, Pokemon Company. Always having perfectly bug-free games. And last but not least, we need to go to the League Club room, because we have a guest. There you are, Rick. Just the person I was looking for. I heard the news. You're the new BB League champion, am I right? I'll admit it, I'm blown away. Inviting you to this academy was the best decision I've ever made. Made recently, anyway. So, now that you've had time to get comfortable here, how do you find Blueberry Academy? Are you having fun? Yeah, so-so, I guess. So, I'm sure you mean it so great, right? Anyway, there's a small favor I'd like to ask of you, Rurik. You see, the whole academy's become so much more lively and energetic since you came here. And that got me thinking, maybe we should have even more people come visit for Paldea. Have them become as special coaches or something. You know a lot of people, right? You've got lots of friends and everything. I mean, like teachers from your school, gym leaders, that sort of thing. Oh, and any strong friends of yours are also welcome here. Wow, already thinking about who you can call, huh? I knew you were the right one to ask. You can use the clubroom computer to contact anyone you want to invite. Oh, but it'll cost BP. We'll need to pay for the trip and such. Here's some to get you started. Ooh, how much? 200, not bad. I think I'll arrange for the special coaches to stay in this clubroom when they're not teaching. You should have a chat with them while they're here. Now then, I'll leave it to you. Enjoy! And that is some of the post-game stuff that I don't plan on covering, which is you can grind up BP to invite all the gym leaders, a bunch of the people from school, Penny and what's her face? I'm forgetting the name of my rival, but you know who I'm talking about. And then you can battle them, get things from them if you beat them twice usually, all that kind of stuff. But that's a lot of grinding that I don't really want to do. I want to go to the entrance, because apparently someone's waiting for us there. She did say that there was someone here in a blue suit, right? You? Ah, Snackbot. Oh ho ho, would you look at the cut of your jet? You must be the one everyone's talking about. You're the Hardane exchange student, Rurik, but my name's not Snacksworth. Yes indeed, call me Snacksworth. I do love to see the young students putting some real effort into their self-improvement. Especially the kids who really give their all for the old BBQs. I reward them with snacks. These snacks I make are very special treats, made just to the taste of certain Pokemon. With one of my snacks in hand, you may find yourself running into quite spectacular Pokemon. So come give old Snacksworth the latest whenever you've been hard at work on those BBQs. That is how you unlock all the legendaries in this game. Again, it's not something I plan to cover. I got most of the legendaries in Sword and Shield, and I just don't have the patience to deal with grinding BBQs like that. I'm guessing that's who they were talking about. Okay then. With that said, I will eventually remember the right button. We have one more thing to do, which is to come here to the crystal ball. And all we should have to do is walk up onto this land here. There we go. Unlike the Melaleuca, which is really cryptic, this one's kind of just something you'd run into while shiny hunting Kitakami after completing the game. Teralumi! That's not how you say Terapagos. I know roughly what happens here, but I haven't actually seen it myself. Well now, this is a curious development. Have I somehow broken through the boundaries of space-time? And who are you? Are you the AI? What's that you say? You thought I was some robot imbued with an AI personality? Now that's an idea. If I could create such a thing, it would be quite helpful. I am Professor Churro. I research Pokemon in Area Zero, and yet... What? This Pokemon, is this the Iron Serpent? We call it Miraidon. Is that right? So its name is Miraidon. That's a good name. From the clues you've already let slip, I suppose I'd have to conclude. From my perspective, this must be the future. Though of course the complexities of space-time are beyond count. It's possible that our encounter might not even be occurring in a timeline connected to my own. Perhaps this meeting is nothing more than a fleeting miracle. Why don't we exchange as much useful data as we can in what little time the fate has gifted us? Is there anything you would like to ask me? Why are you here? I don't precisely know the cause. I was analysing some recent data in my secret lab one moment, and the next I was standing here before you. Perhaps this is the influence of the crystal Pokemon that lies dormant in that place. Or perhaps the cause lies with you and I. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? What are you studying now? I am researching methods to catch Pokemon that live in different timelines, so that I might transfer them to the present day in my own time. This sounds fantastical, no doubt, but I am drafting plans now for a machine that may achieve it. You see, this book captured my imagination when I read as a child, and has never let go. But progress has been slow and beset by failures. I haven't left my lab in quite some time now. I desperately hope that I might glean some new insight from this conversation, so I can finally make some progress and return home. Is there anything else? What about your family? Oh, you even wish to know about my private life. I do have a family. A son. He is probably at home right now. Well, no, I suppose right now could be inaccurate. Whenever and wherever he is, I imagine he'll be quite lonely. Now, let's trade places in this exchange. I'd say the time has come for my own questions. What is this place? It doesn't appear to be anywhere in Paldea. This here is a crystal pool. So, we're at Kitakami's crystal pool, eh? I remember reading about it in certain texts. It's said to be a place where water wells up from the ground, imbued with terastal energy. It would seem they have been shifted quite far in both space and time. My next question then. That Pokemon you have, the Iron Serpent. Miraidon. Tell me more about it. You can ride all over the place. My initial thought was that it bears a striking resemblance to Cyclozar, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps some future form of Cyclozar. If so, it does lend a hint of credence to my hypothesis. That book you have there. I don't recognize this cover. What is it? The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero? Would you let me see it for just a moment? Open to a random page. Descriptions of the Area Zero underdepths. And a record of Terapagos' awakening. Who is this Briar to have written such a work? She's a descendant of Heath. Now, isn't that something? A descendant of the author of the original Violet book. Exploration runs in the family, I see. At any rate, that is a book that will ignite the imagination of any true scientist. I'm sorry, but I simply must have the time to read this book more thoroughly. I'm afraid you're probably not going to get that. Ah, the mist is closing in once again. I assume that means our time is near its end. I wish I could spend longer getting to know the Iron Serpent, but I must hurry. That book, I imagine, will be quite valuable. It wouldn't feel right for me to claim it without offering you any recompense. In exchange, then, though I hate to part with something so precious to me, would you consider trading me that book for my own copy of the Violet book? No. Please, you must reconsider. No. Please, you... Okay. I worked hard for this book. You put the Violet book away. A record of the expedition to the Great Crater Paldea given to you by Professor Churro. The book is named Churro written on a clumsy handwriting. I appreciate this more than you can imagine. Perhaps I should take this chance to go home and enjoy a bit of downtime with a good book. This is where we part, fellow adventurer and Iron Serpent. How lucky we were to meet across space and time. I bid you adieu. And we now have a new book on the title screen. That is our hint that the Paradox Pokemon are just that. They are paradoxes via the Bootstrap Paradox. They exist because they always existed. Because Churro came and met us and we taught Churro about the idea of an AI, and the AI then built the time machine and let the Pokemon through. They are quite literally Pokemon that should not exist in this timeline, and are therefore paradoxes. That is also the end of the Indigo Disk. Next time on the Indigo Disk, which I'm going to keep calling it that, we're going to be hitting up the epilogue. See you there.